Coming up on Mountain News this morning, students at one school are back in class after their building was badly damaged by the flooding last year. And officials with another school system are doing their part to make sure students feel safe when returning to the classroom.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning to you on this Tuesday. Brandon Robinson here doing a little bit of news and weather for you here. It is Tuesday, August the 22nd, and let's get you up to date out the door with some weather first. Let's get you into those cameras and all that good stuff out there. We see downtown Whitesburg 69. Mild and muggy morning to start today. There's also patchy, dense fog, so be very aware of that. Take it slow, take it easy. Use your low beams as you head out the door this morning because that fog is thick and dense, especially the further south that you go. All right, we're looking at those temperatures in the 60s and 70s this morning. Very muggy out there. Dew points are in the 60s and 70s, so it is air you can wear for sure. Breakfast forecast right there in the low 70s for the most part, kind of panning out for us. A mix of sun and clouds, maybe more sunshine at times early, more clouds at times later. But again, that's going to keep our overall temperatures down today by a little bit there, topping out right around about 90 this afternoon. All right, back to news. One person has died following a crash in Pulaski County. The crash happened Sunday afternoon on East Kentucky 80 and Squibb Anno Road. Officials with the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office say a car and a motorcycle were both traveling east on 80 when the motorcycle turned in front of the car. The driver of that car then hit two people riding on the motorcycle. The passenger of the bike was pronounced dead at the scene, while the person operating it was flown to UK with serious injuries. No word on their current condition. No one was hurt following a rollover crash in Rockcastle County. The crash happened around 8 yesterday morning on I-75. A commercial vehicle went over the embankment. The Mount Vernon Fire Department says one lane was closed as tow truck crews worked to remove the box truck. Another car had minor damage. Police in Laurel County are asking for your help finding a pickup truck that was stolen. Deputies say the theft took place early Sunday morning from a home on US 25 about 2 miles north of London. We're told it's a 1998 Chevy silver truck with a black hood. If you know where the truck might be, you can call the Laurel County Sheriff's Office at 606-864-6600 or contact them on Facebook. All tips can remain anonymous. Police are also looking for two suspects in Laurel County in what they're calling an attempted use of a stolen debit card. It happened Sunday on a business on Highway 80 just east of London. You can see the suspected getaway car and a picture of the woman who tried to use the card on your screen. The woman has blonde hair and tattoos. Police believe the man was outside waiting for her in a dark SUV. If you know who either of them are, you're asked to contact the Laurel County Sheriff's Office by calling them or messaging their Facebook page. The fentanyl crisis in the United States is never ending, but one organization in Kentucky is looking to reverse the numbers. Senior Director of Outpatient Services Jason Merrick was someone who was receiving treatment with addiction recovery care and is now returning the favor for patients. He says education is key when trying to combat an issue like fentanyl overdoses.
It's often hidden in other drugs that would maybe seem legitimate, prescription medications, even marijuana. Other illicit substances, crack cocaine, methamphetamine, are all being laced with fentanyl.
Merrick says you should also talk with someone if you suspect that they are in active addiction. He explained that the first step in recovery involves someone admitting there is a problem. If you do not have to worry about where your next meal comes from, consider yourself lucky. To bring awareness to the issue, Feeding Kentucky hosted its annual Hunger Action Month kickoff in Frankfort yesterday. Each one of the flags at the event represents 500 Kentuckians. Feeding Kentucky helps 1 in 7 of those Kentuckians with the food that they need each year. They serve all 120 counties from their 7 food banks.
The average price of a meal in Kentucky increased from $2.79 in 2020 to $3.11 in 2021. And now in 2023, we are all too aware of how much more food costs have risen.
Kentucky has the highest rate in the nation of food security among older adults. You can help by donating food to your local food bank, volunteering, or contributing financially. Just more than 1 year since the July 2022 flood, West Whitesburg Elementary has reopened. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox tells us how school administrators worked to update the building before students returned.
It has been more than a year since students walked through the halls of West Whitesburg Elementary.
We had a lot of anticipation and a lot of excitement over the last few weeks in this summer.
The building underwent a complete remodel after floodwaters swept through.
Timing wasn't perfect, but the opportunity to update the building and to do that and come back better and stronger, it's also a really good feeling to celebrate.
One of the biggest updates for the school is that they are going from open to closed suites. 5 locked doors separate the kids from outside.
We've talked for years about the fact that we needed to build walls and go into this building for safer purposes. It's much safer to have students behind closed locked classroom doors instead of the open concept.
Students attended the high school last year. Administrators say the changes have shown resilience from kids and staff.
Going to Lecture Central last year was a really good experience for us and kind of prepared them for what we're coming into now because our building is totally different in the layout.
Administrators are looking to continue improving the school.
The work's not done. We still have work to do, but having them in their buildings gives us more hope.
West Whitesburg is the final school in Letcher County to finish remodeling after the flood. In Whitesburg, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
I know that sense of normalcy for those kids over there after all they've been through is much appreciated. Administrators say preschool will start at West Whitesburg Elementary School next week. Many parents across the mountains have sent their students back to school, and safety is on their child's mind. It may be a topic on their child's mind. Officials with Barberville Independent Schools are doing their part to make sure that students stay safe this year. They say that making both parents and students feel safe is their top priority. Principal Brian Carey says that keeping parents' mind at ease is one of their biggest goals.
We just want to ensure that parents know that when they drop their kids off, our #1 priority is the safety of their child. And the goal is to have them home safe at the end of the day.
The school hosted a prayer Sunday evening to remind students and parents that no tiger fights alone. Carey says that students were welcomed back to campus Monday morning by cheerleaders and the dance team to start their week off right. In Louisville, school district officials are bracing for heat problems on school buses. Only about 1 dozen of the brand new JCPS buses have air conditioning. The district supplied water to all students who may have longer bus rides. Yesterday afternoon, water was also available at the last 2 bus depot stops for the day. Staff has been asked to keep all after-school activities indoors.
I just hope that these buses are prepared for children having medical emergencies in this heat, especially if they're going to be on those buses for 1 to 2 hours. I don't know how long they're going to be at compounds. I don't know if that van situation is going to be realistic with all children now in school.
Officials with Jefferson County Public Schools say this is not the first time bus drivers have dealt with the heat this summer, and they are well prepared. A free pop-up clinic is coming to one eastern Kentucky county later this week. Remote Area Medical, or RAM, is in partnership with CVS and Etna, Kentucky. They're conducting a free pop-up clinic providing medical, dental, and vision care at East Ridge High School in Pike County. The clinics are on Saturday and Sunday, and they're going on all day long. Services will be provided on a first-come, first-serve basis. .640, almost 641. Dense fog down at I-75 in the Corbin area. Mild and muggy down that way too. 70 right there at the Landon Corbin Airport. 70 Hazard, Manchester. 70 Logan. 72 Moorhead, Prestonsburg, Pikeville. 73 in Jackson right now, and 74 Monticello. 64 across the border in Clintwood. Your out the door forecast features hazy, hot, and humid conditions, but again, the clouds kind of kept us a little bit cooler, if you want to call it that, yesterday. Still got to 90 at the Landon Corbin Airport. We're going to go 90 again today and try that, backing off a little bit because of that cloud cover. But regardless, take your heat precautions. It is still going to be on the warmer side across the mountains. Thank you for joining us. Time now 6:41. Still to come on Mountain News this morning. President Joe Biden and the First Lady toured the devastated town of Lahaina and vowed to commit to recovery efforts for as long as needed.